Are we drinking tonight? I had a glass of a new whiskey, but I'm probably not gonna have another. Last couple nights have been questionable sleep for me.
Time's not waiting.
Get rid of buff that.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Your orders, Commander.
Using a +3, which isn't bad, but it's definitely not good. Your protection +5, sure. Does this have an obnoxious aura? Yes, it does. That ring is one of the most ridiculous in the world. Hi. Today's flagellation was glorious. Okay. Ooh, we're hasty. The Hell Knight Outpost welcomes you with sharp and inhospitable silence. Tall figures in black imposing armor tower over you. There are no threats or greetings, nothing at all. Regill takes its place in formation near Paralictor's Rent, Ty, and Diothin, but slightly ahead of them. There's a barely noticeable shift in his posture and demeanor. It's almost like he's getting ready to perform a wearisome and unpleasant task. You all know why we are gathered here. Today, the Order's emissaries will hear the results of my investigation into the actions of the individual known as the Commander of the Fifth Crusade, as well as decide the fate of said individual. Okay. Pretty standard that Regill would do this. Let's hear what you have to say. I will state the facts as they are known to me. You reserve the right to speak your own defense. I will start with the main reason for today's assembly. The source of the Commander's supernatural power has been hidden from us until recently, but now it is clear. The emergence of these abilities was caused by Erilu Vorlesh, a criminal and an enemy that unequivocally and unconditionally must be destroyed. Whether the Commander is her associate or an involuntarily tool is yet to be determined. I neither cooperate with nor obey her. It would be proper to present at least one piece of evidence confirming the cooperation between the Commander and Vorlesh, the criminal. So far, your accusation has not been supported by any proof. Let us continue. Aside from the source of the power, there's also the matter of its application. The Commander partially managed to overcome the destructive nature of his inherited powers. Unfortunately, he then went to a different extreme and displayed excessive virtue. This excess is a flaw, though not an inexcusable one. Whatever my power is, I only use it to oppose the world wound and to benefit the Crusade. Aside from the matter of the power Cohh wields, we must scrutinize the Commander's temperament. The main question of interest to us is whether we could rely on such an ally. What if he became a puppet in the hands of our enemies? To determine this, I took the liberty of staging a test that features several treacherous demons. The result of this test was satisfactory, though it is far from what we expect from such a powerful ally. Say nothing. Enough. We have seen and heard enough. The verdict is clear. What we have heard is sufficient to conclude the accusations against the Commander are unsubstantiated. We have no reason to suspect our ally of treason or associated with Erilu Vorlesh. From now on, the Orders are prepared to provide all possible assistance to the Fifth Crusade. Regill listens very closely, sometimes nodding in accord with the words of his fellow Paralictor, then states in a weary and disagreeable voice, I disagree and officially dispute this decision. You intend to maintain your cooperation with the individual known as the Commander of the Fifth Crusade, even after everything you have heard? Unbelievable. This stupid and perfidious decision puts you on the same page with the demonic lackey we have been discussing. Paralictor Dureng is absolutely correct. Nobody has better knowledge or more in-depth experience of this matter than him. Durenge, is it Durengi or Durenge? I'm gonna start calling him Durenge because I think it's Durenge. Durenge, that's enough. We are not going to argue like cantankerous old men. This decision is final, and you know that you have no means to dispute it. That is correct. I do not. but I have a different way of correcting your stupid, childish mistake. Oh, Lord. I hereby challenge you to a duel, Commander. This is irresponsible of you, Derenge, but lawful. I cannot interfere, even though I very much want to. The Order refused to support you, and you are making a fool of yourself to soothe your wounded pride. I just leveled him all the way to 19, and then buffed the hell out of him. Okay. I hope my mission is not so close. Ow. Ow. Oh, damn, they're wrecking him. Enough of this farce, this petty squabbling. The verdict has been passed and is not subject to appeal. The Hell Knight's orders have no complaints against the 5th Crusade or its commander. Indeed, we are now confident we can completely trust you, Commander. In this moment, not only will the Hell Knights continue fighting in the World Wound as allies with the Crusades, we shall also put our elite squads under your command. The World Wound must be closed, and we will assist you to the best of our ability. Also apologize for the actions of Paralictor Regill Derenge. He has overstepped his bounds and made a number of other questionable decisions that make us doubt his competence. He is henceforth removed from command of his chapter and stripped of his Paralictor rank, pending further orders from Godclaw headquarters. Whoa! Regill's expressionless face is impossible to read. He appears to be unfazed as always, simply shrugs in response to Amino's words. I hope there will be no further misunderstandings between us. There won't be, Commander. The purpose of this council was to eliminate them. Regill, now no longer a Paralictor, does not move or make a sound, but instead casts a quick glance that lets you know he'd like to speak in private. Okay. I like how those two guys are just hasted because they're badass. Like, they don't get in a fight. They don't do anything like that. They're badass, so they're hasted.
I believe I owe you an explanation, Knight Commander.
I'm listening.
First, I'd like to paint you a picture of the situation I found myself in shortly before we met. I was one of the first to receive the information about an individual supposedly chosen by the gods.
I wonder if this could have turned out differently.
This message was followed by the news that the Queen of Mendev had appointed this person as the commander of the new crusade. The orders reacted in every conceivable way. I imagine that you and anything even remotely related to you was being discussed in every corner of every Hell Knight citadel.
Yap.
I did not have to be present to imagine the words spoken and the suggestions offered, nor the chaos. The orders often cannot agree, even among themselves. Anticipating the upcoming arguments, I submitted a petition and volunteered to attach myself to the new commander in order to assess his leadership and discover the true nature of his powers. But a good strategist looks far into the future. The role I gave myself was just the beginning. I watched and prepared contingency plans for every potential turn of events.
Wow.
Such as if you turned out to be a menace that must be destroyed, or if you turned out to be a valuable asset and our best hope of triumphing over the abyssal host. An ally who must be supported, no matter the cost. I have been a Hell Knight for most of my life. I know the orders like the back of my hand. All our might, determination, and glory, as well as our weaknesses. Unfortunately, it was clear that not all of us would appreciate the tremendous potential of such an important piece showing up on the board. I could write dozens of reports, give you the most stellar of testimonies, and that still wouldn't be enough to convince the skeptics.
What would the consequences of the Hell Knight's disapproval be?
For you, the worst-case scenario would have involved a war on two fronts. Having said that, I do not think things would have gone that far. You have proven yourself to be an ally to the entire world, not a threat to it. Still, even the loss of support from the Hell Knights or the hostility of individual highly aggressive orders could have cost your crusade dearly.
Is he saying that everything he just did, he 5D chessed to sacrifice his own, like, reputation to make the Hell Knights support me? And what would you put in these reports? What's your honest opinion of me?
I believe you are our best chance of
What a bro!
For all.
What is
There
this?
is more.
What?
I see you not as
That's
a
so
tool or a
awesome.
gatepiece, but as an ally and a commander with great leadership potential. Which is why it is so important to remove the division between you and the orders.
He needed the Hell Knights to basically be like so overwhelmingly against Regill that they were fully behind us, and he knew the best way to do that was to sacrifice his own credibility. Damn.
Only a military tribunal would be able to resolve the issues between the Crusade commander and the Hell Knights. As formal a hearing
Oh,
as
mega
possible,
lawful.
to
Yeah,
assure the
absolutely.
orders they had considered the case and had the chance to pronounce a verdict. The occasion also called for a sacrifice, a symbolic victim who would
There it is.
reinforce the impression of a successful trial and a unanimous decision. Nothing bolsters the reputation of the accused like the public humiliation of their accuser. I was the obvious choice for the role. So I organized this tribunal and did my best to ensure that the Paralictors arrived at the only correct decision, given the circumstances. Of course, this meant that my reputation would be destroyed, and I would be stripped of my rank. But that's inconsequential. Such losses are acceptable. I make no great fuss about the breaching, but I do realize the full scope of its effects. The Fifth Crusade is quite possibly my last campaign. The pressures of time push people to extreme measures, and I am no exception. My aim was more than simply to prevent the Hell Knights from rallying against you. I wanted to strengthen your alliance, to give you a powerful army, a strong asset in the confrontation with the Abyssal host. My gambit was successful. I am satisfied.
You 5D chessed so hard, I wish I could say something better than this. Like, it's crazy. All these options are bad. Banish Regill. I don't know what to say. Some is unacceptable. I'm still willing to put up with you in my party, but I won't tolerate any more tricks. Like, I want an option that says, Regill, like, what an incredible sacrifice. That was amazing. Can I give you a hug? Like, my lord, dude.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. I did what had to be done. Now that we are entirely clear, let us return to the main objective. I still hope to see the matter of the world wound resolved once and for all.
Can I at least give him like a little head pat or something? Because he's so small and cute. My lord, dude. Whew. Wow. I must confess, I'm surprised by what happened. Regill Derenge usually gets his way. However, he immediately both lost his case and his title. At moments during the tribunal, it almost seemed like he was actually in control of everything that happened. However, perhaps I placed too high a regard on his competence. Maybe you did.
Here we go.
Who is not Camellia? Well, it's definitely not Camellia. Yeah. That's for sure. Man, another great quest. Another great quest. Dude, I've thoroughly enjoyed all of the completion quests we've done. Camellia's had like a huge aha moment. Greyboar's was just awesome. Regill's was just awesome. See, this is what I don't remember if some of the old timers remember the critique that I had at the end of Pillars of Eternity 2. But the completion of these companion quests as compared to like the completion of the companion quests in Pillars of Divinity or Pillars of Eternity 2 are like night and it's like two different genres. Like these are like impactful and meaningful and the culmination of your whole journey and everything. And like the companion quests in PoE 2, they're like afterthoughts. They're like barely they're like completing a fetch quest. You're just like, eh. they end with a whimper instead of a bang. Now granted, we did later find out that had much more to do with time and production constraints than it did the will of the developers. So, you know, that's a very important thing to mention. But still, I mean, it's, you know, I really hope, knowing what Obsidian is capable of, that we see them return, because for the record, PoE 1 had some great companion quests. So we know that they can do it. And even Outer Worlds had some great companion quests. So I'm really hoping that we see the Pillars of Eternity universe return to super meaningful side characters, like when we see them come up with their next game in the PoE universe, which is going to be hopefully pretty cool. Avowed, yeah. I have high hopes. High hopes. High hopes. High hopes. High hopes for Avowed. High hopes. High hopes. High hopes. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh god, that's a lot of archers. Get those archers off the table. Damn, 1,000 and 1,000? Oh, did he just reduce our level? Rude. Chill. Damn, these things are beefy. Do 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 do. Beautiful. Ow, damn. Ooh. Okay. Nice. We should have gotten just about everyone back. Yep, perfect. Cohh actually chose to kill Camellia instead of keeping her for the buffs. Dude, the thing about Camellia that was the straw on the camel's back was when she finally just admitted that she was killing for fun. There was a part of me that was hoping the entire time that it would turn out that we could somehow save her. And it simply turned out that wasn't the case. She was just killing because she wanted to. And yeah, dude, I was really like I said earlier in the stream, I was just really hoping that we were going to find out that just maybe the demon around her neck was real and that it was forcing her to do those things. And, you know, and that we could fix her, essentially. I thought that maybe we could fix her. So, turned out that was dead wrong. Oh, that's like life steal. What is this? She played you. She did. She absolutely played us. We were 100% deceived. She even said that she made Miria to basically trick people that have a conscience. So we got 100% played. 100% played. Yep. No bones about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. She got us good. So we had to put her down. That easy. We had to put her down. Unfortunate. No stab. Stabbing had to happen. There was a stabbing. Ow. Then you recreated her? I did not recreate her. It specifically says not Camellia. I don't know how more clear I could be. Y'all are seeing things where there aren't things. Just saying. Thank you, Silver Zap. That's exactly right. Aunt Camellia is a beautiful butterfly, and she is to be respected as her own person. Cohh is a Kekromancer. A Kekromancer. Oh, Jesus. What? Oh, okay. I just did my most powerful spell, and I didn't realize I was attacking with her, and it said 1 to 2, and I 1 to 2, 1 to 2. My most powerful spell does 1 to 2. Okay. What are my thoughts on the grid battle style? I think it's a cool homage to home, and I think that's exactly what they wanted it to be. I wasn't expecting a huge amount from this little mini game thing they put in, but I love what's in it. I think it's a lot of fun. I have made a huge mistake. You go back there. Yeah. Uh-oh. Ugh. Ouch and ouch. Ouch and E. Beautiful. And I tell you, having a morale hit on the range dudes is so big. So big. Fireball. Ooh. Fireball. Yeah.